Hi everyone, it's Karenlee and welcome to Love Encore. I have Chris and Charlotte. So we're obviously doing this via Skype.
Like, penetration is a very intense physical experience, and a lot of women say no to intimacy if they're not in the mood for intercourse, because there's kind of this mindset that once you start, you have to go all the way.
Yeah.
And erotic touch, like we teach hand jobs and fingering, and those are amazing alternatives to intercourse. Because if you're not in the mood to be penetrated, but you're still willing to give to your partner, like, you can give him an amazing sexual experience just using your hands.
Yeah. So you have like a little menu.
Totally.
What would you like today?
I often like it to, like, a sexual buffet. Like, if you had to eat the whole buffet every time, you wouldn't go to the buffet. But if you can pick and choose what you're in the mood for, it's delicious.
There you go. Okay, can you give me some general idea of how do you give a butt massage? I mean, how does that happen?
So much of it is about learning how to use different parts of your hands and use your body weight to create pressure rather than your muscles.
And so many people say, like, oh, I like giving massage, but my hands get so tired, and so after a few minutes, I'm just kind of done. But this is one of the keys, the secrets from the pros, is you use your body weight and keep your hands and arms kind of straight, so you're using your weight literally to kind of create more pressure and not the strength of your hands.
Right. Like, think about
do you actually sit on the person while you're giving them the massage, or are you like sitting next to them and just pushing your whole body weight into them?
Different positions depending on what your bodies are like in comparison to each other. One of the best positions is, they are lying on their belly with their feet out, and you have one knee in between their legs and one foot planted on the outside of their body. So you're in a half squat. And that allows you to lean back and forward and transfer your body weight into your hands. And it's so much more comfortable than trying. And then it's all about finding the muscles and you follow them. So you're gliding along the length of the muscle. And you can start to really feel that once you pay attention. And
in the person's butt, you try to find the muscles and just kind of push your hands into the muscles to try to see if there's any knots or tension.
Right, and you just start gliding, and then you'll feel those points of constriction. Then you can stop and pulse. You can do little circles there, and you start bringing blood flow back to the areas that have been constricted. And if you want to get really technical, like, muscles always attached to two bones. There's the sacrum right in the middle, which is that flat triangular bone, and then you have the ridges of the hips. And then below you have the sits bones, which is the bottom bony part of your butt in between your thighs. And so if you just start connecting the dots from bone to bone and gliding, you'll start feeling where those muscles attach. And most tension is actually held right around the bony attachments. And so if you just glide off the bones into the flesh of the butt, it'll feel amazing. That's
very helpful.
But it's mostly about creating big, wide circles following the curvature of the bone. So if you're kind of going up, and then around where the bones... But if you go with circles on either butt cheek, you'll probably won't go wrong. Yeah.
So do you need to use massage oil, or can you just do without it?
Always use oil, because if you think about it, without, you're dragging the skin. You're creating friction on the skin. With oil, you're penetrating below the skin to touch the muscle underneath. So we recommend almond oil or coconut oil. Coconut oil is so fun because it smells like the beach. The one thing I will throw in is oil is not compatible with latex. So if you're depending on condoms for protection, you don't want to use massage oil and then put on a condom and go right in, because that'll degrade the latex and could cause holes in your condom, which you don't want. So in that case, you can actually use silicone lubricant as a massage oil, which is compatible with latex. But if you're not using latex condoms, you can actually use coconut oil in the vulva, and it's actually really healthy for the vulva. It's good for you, and it's actually way healthier than lubricant.
A lot of women that are going through menopause and other changes of life need that extra lubricant. So to be able to use like the same oil that you're using on your butt, and then you can use it, like you said, on the vagina, it would be really helpful. You're into the massage, and then the guy goes, let's just go back to sex because he's getting too horny. Now, how do you stop?
Well, I think you really want to transition from the massage to genital foreplay and arousing. And, our golden rule as the pleasure mechanics is that women should be highly aroused or have orgasms before intercourse.
I agree.
Yes. I think if most people worked with this framework, we'd have a much happier world. most women don't have orgasms during intercourse, so if you warm her up really well and take care of her, then intercourse becomes much more relaxed, and he can relax and not worry so much about performance, and it feels better to her because all of her tissues are warmed up. So I think, this idea of like men's horniness and urgency really needs to be looked at, and maybe that's a conversation for another time.